Hello, good evening, and welcome to Checkmate Lincolnites, the program where we destroy the pernicious lies of Republicans, carpetbaggers, Yankees, scallywags, and delineators of the Sable character, using facts and logic. My guest today is the man who runs the lion-thieving, Freedmen's Bureau-loving YouTube channel, Atun-Shei Films. Here he is, the dollar store Jamie Lannister himself.
Damn!
Welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Now, sir, I have watched your videos about the War of Northern Aggression, and I must say, I did not care for them. Not a whit.
Okay.
Your whole argument about the slavery part of the Confederacy is false. But coming from a Yankee like you, it's not surprising. Less than 3% of all Southerners owned slaves.
That's
the
good.
war itself was over taxes.
That's funny.
Look at the Corwin Amendment, for example. The North kept pushing taxes on us Southerners, so we
CSA
pushed
freedom
back.
fighter.
You keep pushing your Yankee propaganda like it's real. It was all about the right
These
to be a
fucking
sovereign
people.
nation. LOL. You're just a typical soy boy.
Okay, so there's a lot to unpack there. First of all, it was more like
What's a soy
30%
boy?
of Southerners who owned slaves. And just out of curiosity, sir, did you own slaves back then?
Oh, yes. I most certainly did.
Oh, you're a monster.
LOL, look at this soy boy. Thinks slavery is wrong.
So you mentioned the Corwin Amendment. I'm glad you did. That was basically the federal government's last-ditch attempt to avoid the Civil War. Now, for those of you who don't know, the Corwin Amendment was this proposed amendment to the Constitution that basically would have guaranteed the southern states right to own slaves. I mean, potentially forever. So your implication would be that if the war was really about slavery, then why didn't the southern states just immediately go along with and ratify the Corwin Amendment? But you're forgetting that a big cause of the Civil War, and certainly the events leading up to the Civil War, were not about preserving slavery, but expanding it. I mean, you take the Missouri Compromise, for instance. And Lincoln's whole position when he took office wasn't to abolish slavery, it was to contain it. And this went directly against the Confederacy's ambitions. They not only wanted to expand slavery to the territories, they wanted to conquer Cuba and Mexico and make those into slave states as well. But you won't really hear that from people who endorse the lost cause myth.
The USA had slavery for 89 years. The Confederacy only had slavery for 4 years. When the Civil War was over, the Union still had slaves. There is your myth.
The United States was founded on the principles of liberal democracy.
I hate that
the
argument.
Confederacy was founded to preserve and expand the institution of slavery. And for those 89 years, where do you think most of the slaves lived? I can tell you it sure as shit wasn't Ohio or Massachusetts.
Aha! Still waiting for you to address your own state's, Massachusetts' racism. Remember how they used emancipation to chase the blacks out of the state, knocking the black population from 5% to 0.8%?
That's a bullshit argument, but I'll bite. Did I ever deny that there was racism up north? Everybody knows that Boston is the racist San Francisco. I made 2 whole videos about King Philip's War and talked all about how New England
Boston
was
is so
founded
racist.
on
I
Native
lived there
American
for a
genocide.
bit.
Your time is coming.
Oh, yeah.
You preening, goody two-shoes New Englanders still celebrate your murderous generals like Nathaniel Lyon. Oh, just wait until the sons of Confederate veterans invades New England and treats his grave the way it merits. And we won't be using crowns.
Oh, okay, well, I can guarantee you that not one person in 100 up north knows who the fuck Nathaniel Lyon was. And I invite the sons of Confederate veterans to invade New England. That would just be really funny.
Yeah.
Let's move on. You have dared to criticize the statues of our brave and noble Confederate men, Davis, Beauregard, and of course, General Lee. You have called these statues racist.
It is
white
possible to
supremacist.
look back
This is
at our
misrepresenting
history
what these statues mean.
and
They
be
are monuments
critical
to
of
key
it.
moments in history,
It's
like
possible.
the Battle of Liberty Place. Tearing them down is no
necessary.
different from burning a history book. If we had to remove every statue that offended someone, well, then we would have no more statues. And the term
What a
white
fallacy.
supremacy is not a racist one either. White supremacy
Do
does
they
not
hear
mean
themselves?
black inferiority, just the same way that being proud of your black heritage does not mean you dislike white heritage. What a terrible direction the left wing has started to head these last decades. Complete denial of human rights.
Why don't you run that little theory by a black person and get back to me?
Everybody feels their group to be superior. Liberals feel superior to conservatives. Hip-hop feels superior to black metal. Superiority is a widely held belief among all humanity. But all of a sudden, when it says your nationality is superior, then it's a problem. Blacks feel superior, that's why they hang out with other blacks. Mexicans feel superior, that's why they hang out with other Mexicans.
Oh, yeah.
The whites are not allowed to feel superior. That's a denial of human rights. Superiority
I've heard every
is
single one of these
human.
arguments.
Hey, can I see your gun?
Oh, certainly.
It's so cool. Look at it. It's a gun that's pretty, like, standard. It's pretty boring. Lots of people have it, probably. Looks like a standard, what is it? 6-barrel, shotgun. Not a gun person, obviously.
If you like the video,
Actually,
be
I
sure to
don't know
like,
what that
comment, and
is.
subscribe. And don't forget to hit that bell so you get notification of future uploads. Bye!
I really enjoyed that. It's short, it's sweet, it's to the point. I love that most of his script was taken from actual YouTube comments. That's just to die for. I love that. I'm definitely gonna check out more of him. I'll probably go down his playlist, because this is part of a playlist, Checkmate Lincolnite, so there's a couple videos. Oh, I think he also interviews a Union soldier, which would be interesting too, because as we know, it is possible and necessary, as I say, to critique both sides. This video was a request. If you have a request, go ahead and comment it down below in the comments, and I will like it, which means I have put it on my list. I am probably not going to react to them in the order that I receive them, just because of how my life works out. It's hard to just be able to schedule in a 1 hour and 30-minute video versus a couple 15-minute videos, 5-minute videos like this one, but I'm gonna get to them. It's just may take me a little bit more time, and thank you so much for being patient, and I am excited. Otherwise, thank you all for watching. I'll see you later.